All right, go ahead and roll it, please.
And overlaid over all of that was Scott's amazing talent at being able to interpret and another artist's pencils. He made Jim Lee look more Jim Lee than his pencils. He made me look more Brent Anderson than my pencils on Arturi. And he actually was one of the artists that really captured Neil Adams's work on Batman Odyssey pages that he did. Scott is he's a real enhancer. I mean, it does him a disservice to call him an inker. I mean, he is truly an artistic finisher when it comes to the comic book.
If you follow his career, you could see that he not only decided to be a good inker, he decided that he's going to be the best damning. And history proves it, because in only a few years, everybody was calling Scott the Incus Maximus.
I think we really kind of created a very symbiotic style that was a fusion of both our own individual styles that created something that neither of us could create on our own. So it was really a 1 + 1 = 3 kind of situation. And I knew that he was bringing a lot of things to the table. He was elevating my pencils. I was still learning. He was adding things that I couldn't do on my own if I wanted to ink myself, just because I didn't have the manual dexterity or the experience. But at the same time, we were on the same wavelength in terms of how it should look and what excited us sort of as artists and as fans. And you could see that translated really well with the readers. Like, they got it, and they were also on the same page with what we were doing. I got very lucky in working with someone that was obviously very proud of the work he was doing, obviously had a creative ego, but was also willing to put that all down and work towards the most mutually beneficial sort of outcome, right?
I think what's so cool about working digitally over Scott's inks is that you get to zoom in and you get to see the magic, blown up 10 times. And seeing it at that size, you're like, man, I couldn't throw that line at this size, let alone, this itty bitty size. See his genius and be able to zoom in continues to be my favorite thing about Scott. He's one of those artists that's always evolving his style. He's always looking for the better way to do it and prove himself. And so his thought process is so unique that the way he interprets, especially Jim, is so, just continues to blow me away.